Hi. So, this is just an intro to basic Argentine Tango. And for some of you, this is your first traveling dance. So, in this country, we travel counterclockwise. That's called traveling in the line of dance. In some European countries, they go the other way. So, you want to make sure you're always traveling in the correct direction. Otherwise, you can run into people and they don't like that, obviously. All right, so the other thing is, since we're going to be traveling, we really want to focus on how we walk. So we're going to walk by reaching and stretching our leg and trying to stay in control of the other leg. So reaching without letting our body go, so we're in control. So normally we reach, 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 reach. And when you transfer your weight, especially when you're going back, you want to make sure you transfer the weight and keep your weight forward on the whole foot. A lot of times we tend to put our weight down and it's already going back on our heel, and then we start to fall backwards. So first we're just going to walk, reaching, step, push off with the other leg, release and gather. Reach, step, release and gather. Reach, step, release and gather. Reach, step. So if you work on those really slowly, your balance will get a lot better. So again, going forward, reach, step, transfer, in. Reach, now my weight is momentarily on two legs, then I transfer to the new leg. And this is kind of a slow motion version. When we're actually walking in real life, this is the same thing that happens. Going back, again, try to be conscious of where your weight is once you've transferred your weight. Reaching, reaching. And there are different schools. Some people walk with the heel forward, hitting first. Some people walk with the toes slightly reaching forward. So that's kind of up to you at this point. So there's the basic walking. In Argentine Tango, we walk exactly in front of each other. It's a relaxed Latin frame. It's not the ballroom frame. And you want to really try to keep your weight over your feet. If your weight is behind your feet, you can step on your partner, or conversely, if you're going backwards, it's easier to get stepped on if your weight is back. Okay, so generally walking, it's right, parallel legs, my left to your right, etc. The next thing will be changing the rhythm. So I can transfer my weight when I like, as I feel the music, and it's very much up to the individual to interpret the music as they like. That's what makes tango so much fun and so challenging, is because anything is possible. It's not like you do the basic all that much, although we will do the basic. Okay, so the next thing just to be conscious of is inside and outside partner. So when I go outside partner, normally my partner's right in front of me. When I go outside partner, they are to my side slightly, but we want to keep twisting toward our partner. Then we step back in front, twist toward our partner if we step outside again. So going forward, twisting as I step outside partner, so I'm still connected. Come back in the center, twisting in the other direction as I go outside partner. So that's outside partner. You want to have that twist in the spine, but do not change your hips. Your hips and your keep going forward or whichever direction with the hips in line with the feet. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is, after we've done just walking, we're going to work on our cruzada, which is one of the quintessential moves of tango. So in the old days, the only cruzada was the follower crossed in front with her left. You want to make it super tight and neat, and transfer the weight immediately. So if I start with my left foot, I'm going to cross and transfer, transfer your weight immediately, rather than hitting it and then bringing it out. Occasionally that's led, but that's not the default. Okay, from the back, same thing. You cross behind. You can cross behind, behind, behind. Crossing in front from this angle, front, cross, cross. That's the cruzada. Okay, so the basic, it's an 8-count basic. Leader's part can start either of 2 ways, either going back on the right or slightly forward on the left, and I'm going to go forward. So the basic is 1, I go outside partner, 2, outside partner, 3. As I come together, she will come in front of me in the cruzada. Then I step forward, side, together, back. Again, side, outside partner, 2, outside partner, 3, together on 4. She comes in front in the cruzada, 5, 6, 7, back, 8. I'll show that from the follower's perspective. You're going back. You feel yourself, the leader, going outside partner to get in front of the leader. You cross to get in front of the leader. Then you step back, side, together, front. Again, back, back, back. The leader comes, you feel yourself come in front. 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's your basic. So next, I'm just going to show for the leaders how to lead the ochos. The ocho is a figure 8. So leaders, you're going to have the follower in the cruzada. You're going to twist to your left, step to your right. Twist to your right, shift to your left. Twist, shift, twist, shift, twist, shift, twist, shift. Come together, change feet, and step forward to continue the basic or go do whatever you want. All right. So as you get more sophisticated, it doesn't have to be quite so big. So a lot of times leaders will just lead ochos with this much in their upper body. So that's when you feel like you feel clear of exactly what you're doing. All right, followers part of the ochos. The ocho and the giro are 2 of the most important moves in tango. So I'm going to start with the ochos. Generally, it will start either from crossed, and I unhook. I try to keep my chest facing my partner, which in this case is the device, around. Reach, step, gather. You try to do 180 with the hips, but keep the chest facing your partner. Reach. These are the front ochos. As you do that, you want to keep your ankles together. And then the back ochos, which are harder to do because you need to kind of overcross to keep from getting farther and farther away. I reach back, come in, turn, reach. And on this one, you kind of want to point your toes slightly toward your partner because that helps you get your foot closer to your partner so you don't start to move away. Those are the ochos. Next, we will do the giro. The giro means as G-Y-R-O, like a gyroscope. So I want to turn around my partner. So if this is my partner right here, I'm going to step forward, side, back, side. So it's like a grapevine, but instead of being linear, it's circular. So grapevine, side, back, side, front, etc. One of the basic moves of all folk dance. I want to take that same thing and go circularly around my partner. So leaders, the way you're going to lead this is your chest goes, you can either move your feet, she stays in front of your chest, and you can go in either direction. So followers, the important one is to keep that back leg close to your partner, because that's the hard part. So if I step forward, side, here's the hard one. I have to really turn to get my foot in the same relationship to my partner. So what you want to avoid is stepping away from your partner because you haven't turned enough. Going the other way, front, side, back, side. And sometimes the rhythm is side, back, side, front, side, back, side. So that's your giro. All right, now I'm just going to do some slightly more complex, just introduce you to the boleos and the ganchos. Basically, the concept is the same. The idea is that your non-working leg is so relaxed that it can just swing. So just for a moment, try to swing and feel how it's just relaxed in the hip socket. So one of the most basic boleos is, if I'm going in a front ocho, the leader will overturn my energy, my leg continues to swing, I come back, and then I'll switch direction. So again, forward, 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 extra energy, going to the back. Sometimes it just stops the energy and then your leg will continue and then you go back. That can be done on either side. The basic back boleo from a back ocho, the leader switches direction and your leg flies up. Make sure you keep your knees together or at least keep your knee behind you. I lost my balance there. You want to try to come in balance. So I'm going back, back, boleo. When you get even more into it, you can go from a front to a back to a front, etc. So that's your basic boleos. Gancho, it's the same concept. The leg continues to go. So one of the basic ones is the leader is sending the follower back, and all of a sudden he'll stop, but her leg is already reaching, so it continues out. Oh, energy stops. So again, you want to try to let it be a relaxed response to the energy of the leader rather than forcing it. Sometimes you add a little bit just for fun. So that's one of your basic ganchos. Often the gancho is done, the leader has his legs apart, his or her, and then the follower, they lead the follower as if the follower was going to travel through the leader, but instead the leader's there, so the leg just flies up. So I can't show that too well, but anyway, those are your basic Argentine Tango moves.